What's up, guys? Josh Neville here, co-founder of Roughridge. Getting ready for my late season deer hunt, and just want to give you guys a walkthrough of what I'll be bringing on this hunt. We're going to be actually using llamas. It's my first time taking llamas out. Pretty excited about it. With us bringing llamas out, we're going to have a nice hot stove. We're using the 8-person Argali Yukon tent. So that's gonna be really comfortable. So I'll bring a little extra gear because of that, because we got llamas and stuff. So first thing I'll do is my rain gear. It's the same rain gear that I use for all of my hunts. This is the Kuiu Chugach TR pants and jacket. Good stuff, super lightweight, durable. It's literally in my pack for every hunt. Looking at, so the one of the things I do change up for the late season hunts is I bring a pretty warm puffy pant, the Kuiu Super Down Pros. So these are like kind of their heavyweight durable puffy pants. I'll be bringing those with the Super Down Pro puffy jacket. These are absolute must when out there, especially you'll be doing a lot of glassing and stuff, sitting on ridges, finding these deer. I freaking love these things. Like, we're in the sleeping bag 24/7. So this is my favorite piece for my third season hunt. And then I also have the Super Down Pro glassing grommets from Kuiu. Love these things. They do have a trigger finger as well that I can, put my finger out to pull a trigger or while glassing and stuff. So, and then what I don't typically ever bring, but I will for this hunt, are just kind of these Kuiu Axis gloves. I don't know, when it's colder and stuff, I like to have gloves on when I'm hiking around. I have my rifle with me. It's just always nice to have gloves. It's always cold out. So I actually wear these, and then I can put these on inside of my glassing grommets. One of the other things I do for my late season hunts is I bring some long johns. Pro Merino. They're awesome little pieces. I never bring long johns except for these late season hunts. Just never know. It's nice to have in camp too. But they are full zip offs as well. So when I'm glassing, I can crank these off and go find a deer. And then new to the addition this year, that I just bought and I'm very excited to use, are these Kuiu Super Down Pro booties. These things are freaking awesome. I always have booties, but I wanted a little more robust booties that will keep me warm. I can wear at camp. I can wear if it gets super cold and I'm glassing. I'll throw these on. So I never bring these with any hunts, but I will for this hunt. It's always nice to have booties. So I typically wear Kuiu Kutana pants during my bow hunts and early season hunts, and they're just super lightweight stuff. But for this hunt, I am going to be wearing the Kuiu Attack pants, just a little more durable, a little more warmth to them. So adding that's just something different for my later season hunts, that I will have my Kuiu Attack pants. So for my base layer, this is the Stone Glacier synthetic hoodie. I have this one on every single hunt. This is always my base layer, whether it's August or late season. I always have my Stone Glacier synthetic. I like synthetic personally because it dries quicker than merino. Some guys like merino better, but for me, I sweat a lot and I like the stuff to dry quickly. So I like wearing synthetics for my base layer. So the next piece, this is a mid layer / outer layer. I don't really have an outer layer. I just kind of wear my base layer, and then I have my mid layer that usually operates as my outer layer. And then if it gets really cold, I put my down puffy on. So what I've been wearing this year is the Stone Glacier Cirque Light. Just got it this year. I've been wearing it for pretty much all the hunts, from Christopher's archery hunt to my elk hunt, and I love this thing. It's super breathable. It's got some mesh side, so really breathable, and then it's a synthetic. So it's been working really well for me. It gives me the warmth, but also it helps me when I'm moving around. It dispels a lot of that heat. So great little mid layer / outer layer piece that I run. So for this hunt, I am gonna bring this Kuiu synthetic vest. I usually bring these on a little colder hunts. I like to put these on early mornings when I'm hiking. It's an active insulation, does a great job of keeping me warm, but also dispelling a lot of this heat. I use the Darn Tough socks, love these things. Just your lightweight ones. I will have insulated ones too, just light insulation. I do have this. I like these for these cold season hunts. It's just a little neck gaiter. I don't necessarily wear them, but a lot of times when it's just freaking ripping wind and stuff, I like to have a little neck protection. I can put it up. Super lightweight, just a little merino Kuiu neck gaiter. Here's a orange vest, the Sitka orange vest. It does a good job, has a lot of pockets and storage for me, so I do like it. So that'll be my orange vest for this rifle hunt. These are the crispy Colorados, non-insulated, and then I'll add a little of my insulated socks for a little extra warmth. I think it's the most important piece is a belt. A lot of these hunts, you lose a lot of weight when you're out there and stuff, so your pants start sagging and stuff. I hate that. And the only belt that I have found that I like, I don't know what this brand is. It is an Arcade brand, and it's stretchy, so it fits well. I hate the ones that are just tight on me the whole time. I like these little stretchy belts. I love this thing. Going to my optics for this hunt, like, you know, these late season hunts, it's all about the glass. It's super important. Just covering as much ground as possible to find these bucks. So I do carry a little extra weight with my spotting scope. I've got a Swaro 85. Honestly, I bring this for every hunt, but this one's especially important for this hunt. And then for my binos, I'm gonna be running 12 by 50s, and then I have a Vortex rangefinder, Razor HD rangefinder inside there. And then the last piece of my optics is my tripod. I'll be running the Tricer BC. Been running this all year, love it. I love the extra stability and durability on this tripod. Works great, and it's super lightweight. Early season, I have a quilt I run. Archer season, I'll run a 25-degree bag. But for this hunt, I'm gonna be bringing out my QU 15-degree bag, just to add extra warmth there. And then for my pad, I'm running the Thermarest Neo Air Therm X. Bought that, love this thing. It's a 4-season thing. It's insulated, keeps me warm, it's durable, no holes. This thing is freaking bomb-proof. So I'll be bringing that with me for my sleeping pad. All right, so the next thing that I use for my sleep system, it's a little luxury item that I found. I've been struggling with some sleep lately, past couple of years, so one of the things I found is my pillows suck. I hate those blow-up balloon pillows that I've been using forever. So I've upgraded this year. I bought this little Tempur-Pedic pillow off of Amazon. It's called Viverto. I have no idea the brand, but it's on Amazon. It's awesome. It's a little camping Tempur-Pedic. Yes, it's a little heavier. It's like 10, 15 ounces heavier. I don't care, I'll add it, because I sleep better. When I sleep good, I hunt better. So it's a great pillow. Check it out. It's on Amazon. I forgot to go over glassing pad. This is incredibly important for every hunt, but especially these late season hunts. I do a lot of glassing. You use this pad to sit on. If you're just sitting on the bare ground and your ass gets cold, it's horrible. You can't sit very long. So having a little pad is great for glassing, and also I'm back at camp. So this is maybe one of the most important pieces you can have, especially if you're glassing a lot. I've been bringing this around. It's the Mountain Series Backpacker Med Kit. Kind of has all your essentials. I had to use it this past elk hunt for about cut my finger off, so this thing came in handy. Always have one of these on every hunt I go on. I always bring, for water, I got a 3-liter, what is this, hydro pack. Especially these late season hunts, I fill these up. I leave them in my tent. I'll put them underneath my sleeping bag too, just so they don't freeze. But it does great. We've got llamas, so I can add a little extra weight in there. A little luxury, so I'll have this little chair for camp. This is the REI Flex Light Air chair. I love it. I think it's super comfortable. I've had all of them, but this is probably my favorite one. I have the Sterapin Ultra Light. Rechargeable, thing's great. I've seen the studies. People pull water out of beaver ponds and test all these things, and this thing has done the best job of killing everything, so I really love the Sterapin Ultra. And then the other thing that I've been running this year are these tabs. In the past, I've used the drops. I don't like them because it's hard to like push those little drops out and they take forever. This has been really awesome to use, these little aqua tabs. They're great, super easy. You throw tabs in, you're done. So combination between my Sterapin and my tabs, I'm pretty much set for water in the backcountry. So then another thing I bring on these late season hunts, I never bring any other time, are these Yak Tracks. These go on the bottom of your boots. When it gets snowy or it's icy and stuff, it's so hard to hike up those hills and mountains and with just regular boots. So if you add these on, it gives you that extra traction. These things have been little lifesavers over the past few years. I've really liked having them. I don't need them all the time, but when there is kind of that snow and that layer, it's been super helpful to have these Yak Tracks. QU game bags. For those, I've got my tags. I also put a little pyro putty in there. I like having those, just when you're gutting stuff and cleaning stuff. You have a little fire going, so it's nice to have that ready to go. Like I said, last hunt, I cut my finger really bad, and I had to use some gloves when cleaning my elk, and I actually really enjoyed it. So for this hunt, I am bringing some gloves, especially for these late season hunts. Your hands are freezing, and it's just nice to have gloves on. I've always been a no glove guy, but I don't know. Now since I've been using these gloves, I absolutely love them. So I'll be bringing some of these little gloves. And then I've got a Havalon knife that I'll use, paracord in there to hang these game bags up. Most important piece, obviously, is your Roughridge High Country cook system. Definitely have this with me. I've got the High Country stove, the High Country folding spork, and a High Country fuel. First started testing this was in the winter, so these things work great. Obviously, the most important piece. Make sure you have one of these in your kit. And then last but not least, is my rifle. I'm going to be bringing my 300 Win Mag Browning X-Bolt. I use this for my elk hunt this year. Thing's a crusher. Still got blood on my marsupial gun case, so that's definitely good luck. I'll have that, and then I'm going to be using Hornady Precision Hunter ELs. These are 200 grain bullets. I mean, they're massive. They work for elk, so I'm just using the same thing for deer. Put down a big old 200 incher if I need to. Tracer RP bipod. It's been super easy to use. It's got multiple functionalities of just adjusting on the fly. That's my biggest thing. You just never know which situation. I can also sit on my rear and shoot off it, or I can sit prone. So it's been an awesome bipod for me for this year. Definitely worth it. All right, and then final is the rifle scope. I'm running the Crimson Trace Brushline Pro 4-16 power. Last on the list is my pack. This is the second year I've been running this. This is the Exo Mountain K4, and this one in particular is the 7200. Hands down the best pack that I've ever used. It carries weight very well. It's very adjustable. I mean, you can pretty much run this 7200 on day hunts. I'll be on a 7-day hunt, and it compresses really easily. So yeah, I love this pack. Highly recommend it. It's been just a great pack for me. I've used them all, and I love my Exo Mountain K4 packs. All right, so that's everything for my late season deer hunt. If you guys have any questions, thoughts, please drop them in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel, share with your friends. I'm looking forward to it, and we'll see you guys around.